The making of our mind is like that of raindrops. When collected at one place, they create a vast ocean. But if they fall here and there in a scattered manner, they disappear with the dust and have little to no effect. This is focus. When you focus all your attention on one goal, you will get that goal way faster than if you were scattered around. Think of this like the sun's rays. Because the sun's rays go out in all different directions, it doesn't cause too much damage. Imagine if all the sun's rays were focused directly into one point. It would absolutely disintegrate whatever object all that energy is being put into. This is focus. If you want to do anything worthwhile in this life, you have to have focus on that one thing. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get focus, because more than likely, you have TikTok brain, you have Instagram brain, you have YouTube Shorts brain. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to get rid of all that and how to begin focusing and actually moving towards your goals and accomplishing them. Let's begin. The first advice I'm gonna give you is the strongest one, and it's the most important one. No multitasking. Do not ever multitask with anything. And you probably heard this before, but you just don't get it. You don't understand it yet because you're still multitasking. When I say no multitasking, that means you only do one thing at one time. If you're eating a meal, you're not watching TV while eating the meal. You're not scrolling on Instagram while eating your meal. You're not reading a book while eating your meal. When you're eating your meal, you are eating your meal. That's it. You do not stop until that meal is complete, and that's it. You cannot do anything else until that meal is done. When you go to the bathroom to answer the call of nature, you don't bring your phone with you and scroll for an extra 15 minutes. You answer the call of nature. Once that's done, you can go do the next thing. But you don't do two things at once. No, because you have to understand how you do anything is how you do everything. Let me say it again. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you train your brain to multitask, it's gonna think multitasking is okay, it's good, but it's not. Because now when it's time to sit down and actually work on your goals, instead of working on your goals, you end up scrolling on TikTok or get distracted on social media. This is why you can't get the things that you want. So please understand that multitasking will not work, and how you do anything is how you do everything. So when you're driving, do not scroll on your phone. I know it's crazy I have to even say this. When you're driving, do not be on your phone. I mean, this is like simple safety 101, but people do it. Not only the damage that you can cause physically if you get in an accident, but the damage it's causing to your mental, to your brain, is not worth it. Like I said, you're training your brain to start multitasking, and your brain is not supposed to do that. So this is the first tip, an actionable step that you can take to begin getting back your focus. No phone, no anything, no nothing when you're doing something. If you're working out, no phone. If you're eating, no phone. If you're in the bathroom, no phone. You're never doing two things at once, ever. It's always one task at a time. Once that task is completely done, you move on to the next one. And once that one's completely done, you move on to the next one. Your mind is like the sun. If your energy and your focus is all over the place, you're not gonna accomplish nothing. But if you direct all your mental energy and focus into one thing, you're gonna absolutely destroy it, and you can go on to the next one. Think about it, like you have this energy of like laser beams coming out of your eyes, just and you're just absolutely destroying all your goals and accomplishing everything you want. This is the power of focus. I'm a Muslim, so I'm going to include hadiths about the Prophet ﷺ and how he used to act. Whenever he would meet someone or talk to somebody, he would turn his entire body towards that person and speak to them directly. He wouldn't be over here talking with somebody and his body's this way. Oh, yeah. No. He had complete focus for that one person at that time. And you need to have this as well. The second tip, cut off all distractions. The opposite of focused is distracted. So you need to cut off all distractions in your life. Everything. You need to zone in on what you want now, because time is going to pass whether you like it or not. So you might as well work towards what you want, so in the future you can live the life that you want. And when I say cut off all distractions, some of y'all are not listening. Cut off all distractions. If you're sitting in your room and you're working towards your goals, but there's a window next to you and you constantly find yourself looking outside the window, seeing what's going on, what car passed, who's this, who's that, you're distracted. Close the blinds, close the window, or move your work area. Go somewhere where you can't look out the window, because any form of distraction is not good. I'm going to keep saying it. Think of your brain like the sun. You need to concentrate all your energy into that one thing. You can't have your rays going everywhere. No, you need to be focused on that one thing. And of course, no phone. Good God, no phone. When you're working towards your goals, get the phone out the way. If you have to turn it off, turn it off. Throw it somewhere. Throw it in your closet while you're working and just forget about it, because you have to focus on what you want. That phone is going to hold you back. It will. And if you have FOMO, or if you're worried, but I can't, I have to keep my phone nearby because it might be important. Someone might call me, someone might text me, and it might be urgent. Okay, here's the answer to this. Wake up before everyone else. Just simply wake up before everyone else. That's why everyone's asleep. No one can bother you. No, most people are not waking up at 6 a.m. And first of all, if you're a Muslim, you better be waking up at 6 a.m. to pray Fajr. If you're waking up at 6 a.m., no one's going to bother you. No one's going to text you for like 3 hours, 2 hours at least. Everyone's sleep, and set an hour or two of just pure work. Phone off, pure work. And this will compound over time. 2 hours here, two. And then the whole year you did like 700 hours of work. Imagine if you did 700 hours towards your goals. Imagine how far you would be. So that's the second thing. All distractions off. Pure laser focus. Now, tip number 3. This relates to my earlier point about waking up early and working for 1 to 2 hours on only the thing that you want. You need to set time in the day to work on your goals. You have to set this time aside, and it cannot be used for anything else. 2 hours. If you can't do 2, do 1. Start off with 1. But eventually you want to get to at least 2 hours of work every single day of just pure work, working on your goals. This is called deep work. So say you used to wake up at 8 every single day. If you wake up at 6 now and do those 2 hours of work, boom, you can still have the rest of your day how you regularly had it. It's not a complete lifestyle change. It doesn't have to be difficult. So if you can wake up 2 hours earlier and get 2 hours of work in, pure work, before eating breakfast, before doing anything, just 2 hours of straight work, you'll see how far you can go, and you'll see the power of focus. And then you're going to want to start waking up earlier, and you're going to want to start working more, because your brain is start rewarding you for that. Your brain's saying, oh, look, we're working, and look, there's progress. Okay, let's keep doing this. And now your brain's working with you instead of working against you. Most people's brains are working against them. I hope you understand that. Your brain is not TikTok brain. It just wants dopamine, highly processed foods, drugs, alcohol. All this stuff is bad for you. But your brain doesn't understand that. Your brain just likes the dopamine. So it's going to keep telling you to go do those things. So that's tip number 3. Set time aside every single day to focus on your goals, at least 1 hour. The fourth thing is your diet. A lot of you are eating bad, and this is an epidemic. A lot of you are eating highly processed, disgusting foods. They taste good, sure, but they're absolutely terrible for you. And they're not only terrible for your physical health, as of course you already know, but they're also terrible for your mental health. If you constantly spike your brain with dopamine by eating these foods, your brain doesn't think this is okay, and it's not okay. Because when you get a lot of dopamine from doing something that requires no effort, it doesn't require any effort to eat a pizza or eat a cheeseburger or eat a cake. There's no effort, but you get so much dopamine from it. And now you're training your brain to think that this is okay, this is normal. So now once it's time to sit down for that 1 hour prescribed for your work, and you're not getting any dopamine, your brain's gonna go crazy. Like, whoa, what are we doing? This is difficult and we're not getting dopamine. So your diet has to get fixed. Any free dopamine, any easy hits of dopamine needs to get completely removed from your life. I always say cold turkey. Is the best way to go. And just rip the bandage off. Just go for it. Eat clean, whole foods. The easiest way I can describe this to anybody of what you should eat and what you shouldn't is this. Before you eat something, ask yourself, did God make this? If the answer is no, don't eat it. If God didn't make it for you to eat, don't eat it. Because you have to understand, God gave you everything you need. When God created humans, he also created food. He knows we have to eat. So he created the food that we need to eat. He created our bodies. The one who knows us the best, the one who created us, created our bodies, also created the food that we need. He didn't create Sour Patch Kids. He didn't create Pepsi. He didn't create, whatever crazy foods there are nowadays. If it's not from God, do not eat it. And you'll see how easy it is to become healthy and to get your mind right. Number 5, and the last tip is I'm gonna help you with your social media addiction. Because this social media addiction is crippling you. You know deep down it's crippling you, but you still go on Instagram, you still go on TikTok, and it's difficult. I understand it's difficult. They purposely create these apps to make you addicted, to make you hooked, to keep you on there. I understand it's difficult, but I am going to help you. So listen. First things first, if you're not posting on social media, I'd recommend just deleting social media. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, just delete it. If you're not posting on there, or if you're not messaging people and connecting with them, or growing a platform or whatever, just delete it. Because what's the point of being on there? Yes, there are some benefits to TikTok and Instagram. I'm not going to lie. There are some benefits. Sometimes you'll see a TikTok and it's actually beneficial and it might actually help you. But the amount of TikToks that are bad, that just make you dumb and just make you stupid and just waste your time are way more than the actual good stuff that's on TikTok. So it's difficult to get to that. So that's the best tip I can give, is just to delete these apps. But if that's not viable for you, I'm gonna give you some more tips to make it a little easier for you to not get addicted. The first tip I can give you is go on your phone and go to the settings and turn on the grayscale. This grayscale will take off all the color from your phone. So now when you look at your phone, it's not gonna be as pleasing to look at as it is for the rest of life. When you look at the real world, you see color. But now when you go to your phone, you'll see it's just gray and dark. And you're not going to want to look at it. Your brain is not going to want to look at it. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to turn off the colors on your iPhone. This is how you turn on the grayscale. So you go to settings. You want to scroll down. You see accessibility, display and text size. And scroll down. Color filters. Click that. And there you go. Now it's all gray and dark and no colors. The second tip is turn down the volume all the way on your phone. So now your phone is grayscale and the volume is all the way down. Now when you open up TikTok, you have to understand these apps that are created, as soon as you open them, they want you hooked. So as soon as you open it, a video starts playing. They don't say, oh, do you want to start watching? No, it's boom, you open the app, video start playing, and then you start scrolling. And then you find yourself wasted 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like, what happened? turn off the volume all the way down, and you'll see how easy it is to get off those apps. Because now there's no color and there's no volume. One of the main reasons why TikTok is so addicting is because of the music they put on there. That music on there is so addicting. You can watch hours of TikToks. And at the end of the day, you won't remember anything that you watched. You might remember 1 or 2 TikToks you saw. Over the hundreds or maybe even thousands of TikToks you saw, you might remember a couple. So imagine that. You forgot all of these TikToks, but let me tell you something. You're going to remember all the songs. All the songs that are so catchy and so addicting, you're going to remember them. And that's how they keep you on the app. So when I say volume all the way down, it's because of the music. Because when you hear that music, it's catchy. Even the video quality is not good, or the video is not even an interesting video, but the music is so good, it's going to keep you on there. And you keep scrolling for more music, more music, more music. Now let me leave you with one last analogy that I hope you find helpful. If you take a sapling and you plant it in dirt, then you pick it up and move it somewhere else. Then you pick it up and move it somewhere else. And you pick it up and move it somewhere else. And you keep picking it up and moving it somewhere else, it will never grow and it will wither away and die. However, if you take that same sapling and you put it in its one spot in the dirt and you just leave it and you let it grow, its roots will become established and it will grow into a huge tree, being super fruitful, super beneficial. That is the power of focus.